Hello everyone, this is Leeds of America, and today we are bringing you a 1v1 on Napoleon's Total War, and this is the Siberian Plateau map. And this battle is played by me and another channel manager on the YouTube channel, Nader Shah, who most of you have probably heard. He sounds British to most Americans and people who aren't from England, I'm guessing. And this is him playing over here as Russia. He has a 6-pounder horse artillery, and I am playing against him as the Ottoman Empire, so we're kind of having a like Crimean war scenario here. I brought a howitzer, and you can also see I upgraded a lot of my Bashi bazooks and my Delhi horsemen, since those are mostly light cav. And this battle was just especially interesting because it goes from being like a Napoleonic battle to just a giant medieval 2 battle. Because there's a lot of tactics that go on, back and forth, skirmishing, kind of the stuff you would see in Napoleon. But then, because I'm the Ottoman Empire and he's Russia, we're both kind of fine with going in melee, and it just turns into a huge melee brawl in certain sections. But anyway, past that, I actually went pretty cav heavy along with my melee troops, so I don't have a lot of line infantry. And you can see he also went very cav heavy, but since he doesn't have melee troops, he does have an infantry advantage. And since this is a 1v1, we have a lot of the map that we can cover. But you can see we're both trying to congregate our forces on the center position, because off the sides it kind of dips down, and basically if you don't get the better of those engagements on the flank, then the enemy can just kind of I'm not sure what the term I'm thinking of is, but they can kind of just like push you out or whatever. They don't, not push you out, but they can just kind of like shadow you. That's what I meant to do. They can just shadow you out so that you can't even get back in the battle. If they can cut you off here and stuff, keep you all in these lower parts of the battlefield. So here you can see I'm going for pretty aggressive push. I'm advancing pretty far, already starting to turn into the flank, because you can see he's a lot more congested in his positioning than I am. And you can see I'm on the far left here, where he doesn't really seem to have any troops, and same with the far right. So from the map, you can see I'm just kind of closing in around him, but he does have a lot of reserves in the back that you can easily go around to counter that. You can see all the men just kind of hanging out. This doesn't look very very natural for the Ottoman Empire, since they're pretty used to seeing sand everywhere, but instead they're seeing some white grass and some green trees. But here you can see the firefight has picked up now, but because of these trees we're not really getting any heavy casualties on either side, but I am getting more concentrated fire on him than he is on I. You can see I've also got all my cav kind of coming over to the flank. He is on a, you can see since he hasn't pushed as far as me, he doesn't have a lot of room to retreat before he's off of the plateau here. So he's going to have to start pushing against me, or I'm just going to force him onto the lower terrain. So that's what he's doing. He's going to start scooting up and trying to force me back. Plus he doesn't want me getting all this amount of fire on one unit. Over here I was trying to go for some sort of attack. Like this way he's firing on these units and not all my line infantry trying to push up. So I pushed up my line infantry and they just got pretty much wrecked. But there is a little ridge here, so once we start laying down and skirmishing, nobody's really going to be taking too heavy of losses. The only reason I took those losses was because my men were standing when they were running forward. Over here, since his lights are firing at my lights, and over here the same thing's happening, I got my line infantry up here to shoot his lights. But I mean, look at this. This forest just kind of cancels everything out. Look how far up I am, and I'm still getting like no kills. But look at this. I'm going for a heavy push. And this happens a few times where I want to go back and forth, but he'll do something that makes me rethink my attack. Plus I don't want to run my men because they'll get tired on this map, and he won't get as tired because he's a buff against getting cold or whatever, or against being in the cold. Oh my gosh, I'm talking too fast. Anyway, okay. So you can see he pushed up his lines, so I don't want to attack now. And since he pushed up his lines, I don't want my melee units going up here and taking fire from his musketeers from the flank or from behind or from his cav, etc. So I don't want to just be throwing units away for no reason. Although you'll see later on that ends up happening anyway. Over here I've just got my entire flank. Never mind. I was going to say they were hidden, but it seems like everyone just wants to stand here and not be hidden. And these guys are just looking off towards the battle. They're like, oh, what's going on up there? Look at these guys slowly walking. Oh my god, they all look like they want to kill themselves. So here you can see they haven't even taken a single loss from when they took that first volley, and I haven't dished out a single loss either. Or casualty, I guess. Over here he gets a bunch of his He's got some guard cav and some mounted rifles moving over into this forest. I've got my howitzers up and running though. Seems that those shots all pretty much missed. Actually, it seems like I killed some of his cav over here, probably from some stray shots or something. But you can see he's pushing all of his cav into this forest, and he's going to make them hidden. And it's going to make, like, if I wasn't such a visual player where I'm always kind of scanning the battlefield, I might not have noticed this when it happened, but he ends up trying to make them hidden so that I don't see them. And then when he combines an assault here, he assumes that I don't remember they're there, so he comes out. But I was pretty much knowing they were there the whole time. I was like, yeah, I'll keep my eye on them and try to keep focus that they're there, because if I've forgotten about them, I would have not gotten squares and that kind of thing. So I tried to focus on that because I knew that those cav being on my flank would be a pretty key part of the battle. But I knew that if he didn't think I had them there, like if he thought he had the advantage of surprise here, that he might go in for an attack and get us cav all killed. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. But here, I guess he kind of knows I know they're there. I turned my lights to the flank in case he charged this line. This light can fire at them, and these cav can kill him if he tries to go for the lights. Anyway, I have all units covering each other, and this flank is definitely got some stuff going on where I'm covering and stuff. You can see I know his cav's the most important part of his army here, since his line infantry and stuff can't dish out very much damage, so I'm trying to kill them first. But the edge of my range is like right about here. You can see he's keeping his cannons in reserve. He doesn't want to push them up just yet, not until the battle picks up a little more. Here I'm advancing, so I am taking more casualties. I've also pushed up in the center now. I'm not too afraid of this because his lights are garbage, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. If I lose my lights, that's fine. As long as I get an advantage somewhere else, whether it be cav or infantry. Oh, that was a terrible volley. Like, every shot just missed. Look at that. Right in between all of his men, but not a single one actually hit his men. Let's see where I'm moving up. So you can see I'm trying to go for an attack again, but I don't want to run, so my guys are just walking. They don't seem to be taking any stray shots so far, which is good. Let's go see what these guys look like over here. You can see I'm just advancing and pulling back. He's pushing up his lines. Over here he's also advancing. I think he's going for an attack in on my I guess you could call this center, because my Volta flank's over here, so it looks like he's going for an attack on the center. He's advancing pretty heavily, but I'm going to be returning fire. I'm going to run back and try to stall him. Now we have a full-out charge. He's going to be running, but I'll catch him. That guy just died from getting a little bumped there on his elbow, and he just died. Here I've got my cav combining so that it forces him into square. He's got his cav over here to counter it. Let's see, my artillery's targeting these lights because I want all my power to be focused on his center. But while he's doing that, he's also attacking my left center, I guess, and he's just ripping up my entire line. So you can see this attack is going well in the center, but on my left, I'm just getting wrecked here. I don't have that many units, and my artillery is pretty much wide out in the open. I think I've actually turned on canister. No, I'm targeting those line infantry. Trying to get the best bang for my buck here with my shells, since he is coming in close. Let's see if these hit. Oh, they did. Really? No one died from that? These guys are all fine. Okay. His lights got hit, but that's not what I'm trying to kill here. So yeah, you can see my lines just got shattered. His oh my god. His cav just ran right through to my cannons. That was annoying. Over here on the right, he is routing my charge, but I'm going to keep going. You can see we did do a lot of damage, and I'm trying to advance with line infantry now. Remember, he does have... Yes, you can see this cav are moving now. He's going to think, oh, well, while he's in attack, I need to flank him and take him out now. Oh, and there goes my cannons. Now that my cannons are gone, I think he's going to advance his cannons pretty soon here. So yeah, you can see I'm going in really close to try and kill him. Right off the bat, you can see I ordered charges before he even got out of that forest. My men are already on the run to go get him. So here comes the massive... Okay, real quick, let's put up the map here. Here comes the massive... the massive melee brawl I was talking about, where it just turns into a medieval 2 fight. So what's happening here is, this is my side of the battlefield, this is his. I am the blue, he's the red. You can see he has nothing here, so my guys are all just kind of hanging out, which isn't very good for me. I should probably have them up here fighting him. And these guys right now are being surrounded, but my center is holding out pretty well. And you can see he has like nothing there because I pretty much killed it all. So right now we both have pretty big advantages in certain areas. But from the way I see it, it looks like he's winning right now. Here comes the charges. So you can see these people are probably looking out their window and just like taking photos with their paper and pencil. My line infantry just got smashed. I did form square on them, but because he hit them with a good charge or whatever, and I didn't hit the square soon enough, they didn't get it into a square. Their square got broken, so that really sucked. But you can see with my upgrades and my heavy cav also in here, I'm gonna break one cav flank at a time because you can see he only committed one cav over here. So you can see the Crimean War is picking up pretty violently. I've got a unit in square here. His center is completely gone, so that's where I'm winning. But you can see my left is pretty much gone too. He's killed off like everything here. Wow, my men only killed one horse. My cannon crew, that sucks. So you can see it's definitely looked like a Napoleonic battle over here. I threw in some cav to go stop him so I can push up my lines. And then I also melee charged his lifeguards. These men ended up finally becoming hidden. So I charged in and I'm gonna wreck some lifeguards. And then in the center I have, you can see here, I'm making like a triangle to try and face both sides. Over here, I charged his lifeguards. They didn't get in square, which is amazing for me. Lifeguards are OP. They're not OP, they're just really good. Oh my gosh, look at those uniforms. And then while that's going on, I'm trying to push up some line to go shoot everything in here. My guys are pretty depleted, so I'm fine with shooting them. I'm like, whatever, as long as I can kill all of those units there and clear up the right flank so I can move over to the left, which is where I'm having the most problems. But you can see he's having the same problem I'm having. So I had to build like this triangle in the forest to face both sides. Now he's having to do the same thing here. He's having to form a triangle to face. Yeah. Oh my god, now I'm sounding really gay here because I'm faith, but because he's having to face both sides. Yeah, I need water or something. You can see his lifeguards did break my Bashi bazooks, but look at this. They're down to 52 men, so I'll call that a victory. Over here, we're just having a shootout, an actual Napoleonic battle instead of a melee fight. You can see this Crimean War is picking up. It's getting very violent. All of my men in this forest. I do have the forest advantage here, since I was able to clear him out there. And over here, here's his cannon. I don't even know how, but my men don't die, and I end up getting his cannon and his general. It was ridiculous. And his lights, so that was pretty good. Well, while he's distracted with that cav in the back, though, my men are just kind of running around in the front, breaking up his lines. So what seemed to be a defeat here is turning around to be a victory because I was able to break his right, and my men on the left were able to surprise his guard units they had coming over. Now I'm getting rear shots. Oh, that guy just took a bullet to the face. So here I get his cannons. His general's just dead, or just died. Oh, wow, he just stabbed my horse. That's not cool, bro. There goes his cannons, though, and his general, and his lights. So those are some MVP cav right there. And then I'm going to smash in behind these lights while my infantry go on melee. And then over here, I ended up just sweeping up his guys in the line fight. He does have one lifeguard foot left, and I'm like, whatever, I'll charge my general. If he dies, I'm fine, because I definitely have the advantage here. But you can see just what it... Oh, man, routed at 87, that really sucks. But, oh, here's he goes to charge, yeah. You can see just what a close battle this was. I had, like, the most sloppy attack ever in the center that just completely failed, and then he just, you can see, wrecked my right side. But because I was ready for those cav, I just ate his cav up one at a time and just kind of swept down. And because he wasn't able to break my left fast enough, and because I had those units off in this forest where he had none, I was able to outflank his flank. So there you can see I got basically 1,000 kills, and he got 1,000 kills to my 900 losses, which means I got like 100 friendly fire. And then he lost about 100 to friendly fire as well. So my best unit was the light infantry with 124 kills. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see a 1v1 we did previously, it's on his channel. I think I went Prussia and he went France on Italian grassland. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that video in the description so you can check out how that 1v1 went. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.